So when you drive here, this sign will tell the cars how fast they go. So I'm now just on a bicycle and just enjoying life. This is little town called Beegden, where you can see they have a real dedicated pathway for the bicycle. You have flowers everywhere. People have a little bit in the front and they put flowers. And this is my country. It is so beautiful. Yesterday the wedding was wonderful. And now I have the whole morning up till 2 p.m. It's now 7. And here is one of my friends going faster than me. And here you have what we call a little church, a little kapelle. You can see. You will find them all along the roads here in the Netherlands. The people stop at those kapelles in the old days. People would be footing and then they would say a prayer. They would go there to the statue that is inside of some kind of a saint, and then they would ask for protection, they would ask for blessings, and then they move on to other places. So this is my country, the country of bicycles. They tell us we have more bicycles than people. They tell us they have 20 million bicycles, but we have only 17 million people. So you can see the houses are smart, flowers, hedges, green. There you see another kapelletje. Everywhere would be one of those things. I think in my journey this morning of maybe 3, 4 hours, 5 hours on the bicycle, I may see 20 or 30 of those little kapelletjes. And in every of those things is another saint. So many saints. And so they place them there to bless the travelers. So this is my country. Now here you can see it's now May, almost going to June, and people have planted what? Maize. This maize is not really for human consumption. It's yellow, but it is used to make silage for the animals. Now I've been on the road 5 kilometers. I told you those kapelletjes are everywhere. This is number 4. Let's go and have a look inside. So this is little kapelletje, we call it. It's little church if you like. This is the church of Saint Joseph. And as you can see, flowers. It's nicely kept, and here you can come. See, you can come inside here. And then you're out of the wind, and here is a statue of Saint Joseph. I don't think this is the father of Jesus. There is a statue of Mary, and here on this chair you can sit, spend some time here. It's like a little church. Remember, like I said, you in old days travelers who just pass by and thank the saints for protection and ask for more help. You can light a candle. These candles are just here, and then it tells you they cost you 50 cents, and you put your money in here. And this candle, the big ones that you see, it's 50 cents, and you light it for those who have died, who are in heaven, to their belief. You can see they have here what we call doodsprintjes. If somebody dies, you get something like this when you go to the funeral. And here is a lady whose name is Min, born in 1940, died in 2021. And the family hangs it here so that she is remembered by the candles of other people. Now here's something interesting. This is a litter bin, and you are supposed to come with your car from this side or from this side, let's say the car that is coming, and then you would open the window and just throw your rubbish in this bin, because you can't stop the car and put it in if the bin would be the other way. And you put in anything here, old flowers, boxes. Netherlands, look at it, is a clean country, very clean country. Now this is my bicycle. Actually it's the bicycle of my friend Chris, and this is a signboard that you see everywhere. Every road has a name. This is called the Molenweg, meaning the mill road. Why? As you can maybe see there, you see a windmill. When you look here, there is another windmill. And those mills were used, and people would go there to grind their grains. Let's go and have a closer look. This mill dates from 1817. And let's go. This mill has a place under there, storage most likely. Nobody would live there. This is the old grinding stone, which is worn out now. And you can see this mill is standing on a little bit of an elevation to capture more wind. Have a look at this, my people. And so this mill is still in use, not for grinding maize, but it is still in use. Unfortunately, we cannot go in. Let's go around. You see these white markers? This is how they change the position of the windmill. They would indeed do it like this. You can see this metal cable. You can see this metal cable going to that thing, and then they would put something on here, turn it, and then it would pull on that cable, and the whole mill would turn towards the wind. Imagine, this is made by man. And those mills are everywhere in my country. And they used it for grinding the maize and the wheat. And I was told one day in another mill that the one Protestant farmer had brought his maize or his wheat to the mill, which was not allowed by the Catholic Church, and it was grinded for him. And the priest found out, within 6 months, the mill was closed. That was the power of the church in those days. Around 50 meters from the mill we just saw, we find this mill, also from around 1860. This one is a little bit different. It was made from bricks, as you can see. And these bricks would be made in, like we still do, just matafaris who you burn. And it shows you that in the old days, these mills were private properties of people who had large pieces of land. It could also be from big landowners, and so people would come and mill their maize, and the grain. This would be the house of the man who operated the mill. Now I want to show you something else. I have told you sometimes, when you come to my country, the Netherlands, you don't polish your shoes. And so now you can see why. Look at the pavement. This is for walking. The red one is for the cars. Is anybody seeing any matope? Is anybody seeing any maram? Remember, this country is very small. From north to south, 600 kilometers. From east to west, in the widest part, only 400. So we pay lots and lots of taxes, but at least the road gets done, and it gets done in a manner that lasts for a long time. Another crop that we grow in the Netherlands is sugar beets. These are sugar beets, and as a young boy we would come to these fields and just uproot one of those beets. They would be huge, maybe 4 times, 5 times bigger than a sweet potato. And then we would throw away the greens, of course, and cut the outside of the sugar beet off, and then cut the inside in pieces and eat it fresh. It would be sweet and juicy. Now, these sugar beets are used to make our sugar. This is where we get our sugar from. Now I have left the main road. I just told you about the sugar beets here on my left. And now we are going into the countryside. Look at this view. This is my country. This, of course, is a place that is not very populated. There's not much factories here. So this is farmers, and farming is not much done anymore. So that is why you still have much land. But now we are going into the open, and you can see people are allowed to go with the little doggies, but they have to put them on a line. They have to put them on a line. The government doesn't want dogs just to go everywhere and poop wherever they want. And so now we are going into the forest. Now in the forest, you can take this paved path or a mud path, so it's wonderfully made. People don't only keep cows here, they also keep animals like horses. I just saw this sign in the forest. It says Hatari, crossing snakes. We have snakes here. We call them at the bottom hazelwormen. You can see it's a snail, it's a snake, but they are harmless, and we are told to just be careful, let them pass, they don't attack. Here in the Netherlands, look how we are in the open, and yet there is a farm here, way in the back. And what do you find here? A letterbox. The mailman will come here every day and put the mail in this box. If you would have a parcel that cannot fit, he would give you a little note, and then you go to the post office. But this is where the mail comes, even today. These are some of the wild flowers that you see along the pathway. Look how beautiful. This is all wild. These are wild flowers. This is a wheat plantation in the front, and all kinds of natural flowers are in there. People have come to the conclusion here that all that spraying is not so good. Here we have these orange flowers, pinkish. This is a red clover. Ellen White says of this is one of the best teas. You have here a nice little yellow flower. Then you have these red flowers, poppies, with white ones in between. It is so beautiful to see. Then here, these ones is chamomile, white, yellow, chamomile. You can take tea out of it and it calms you down. The purple, the bluish flower here, let me hold it. This flower is the cornflower, the blue cornflower, almost extinct. So we are letting it grow back. There in the back, all these white, reddish colors, I do not know what it is and I can't enter. It is somebody's shamba. But can you see how this front bit is just weed? And what did Jesus say? The weed and the tares, they grow together. Weed and tares do not really have an effect on one another. Only at the end is when you separate it. These are cut flowers. A whole field full. Pink, white, they just grow here. This here in front of us is an old hand pump that would be in the middle of this little town called Buxom, and people would come and get water. In the old days, it was just like that. You can see the handle. I don't know if this was the original place, but it is the original pump. And on the other side, beautiful Roman Catholic Church, which you find everywhere. Here along the road in the Netherlands, you can just find a thing like this. This is a mini library. You can open it up. I'll show you. Just open it up. And then you can just take a book. Whatever you want, you just take it. And when you have a book, you put it here. So that is how old books are recycled. Some people, they have boats like this. And they lay here all year. Some are big, some are small. And then they come here maybe for a day and they go and drive on the water. These boats you pay for, they are theirs. They have bought them and they lay them here, so they pay for these boats to be here and they're protected. And so they come here, sometimes they take these little boats for a day, and then when it is night, they lay the boats along the river, sleep on them for a day, for a week, for a month, it doesn't matter. And unfortunately, I don't have a picture of the bigger boats where people live on permanently. Some people live on the boats permanently. Now other people don't have a boat, they have a thing like this, a house on wheels. And they also park it here. And so when it is holiday time, they come, they drive with it. Or some have this thing and a boat. And this is now just parked for the season. When the sun comes, the summer comes, they take it and go out with them. Now I have to cross the river. So you go on this boat, and they give you a little music. And you go there and put your bicycle there. And so here we are with 10, 12 people on this little ship. These are all people on a bicycle, as you can see. And you pay 250 euros, which is 250, 300 shillings. And then this easy ship, this ship will take us there. And then we go on the bicycle. So we are going. So we're now just on the water, very comfortable. So we're on the other side. We came from there, now we are here. Now you will see people will just go off. We drive on. Now they go. There they go. This is very normal in the Netherlands. More bicycles than people. The Netherlands, as you know, is below sea level. And we have a lot of water that we are pumping away. And this is one of those rivers, one of the canals that we make. Now if a ship comes from the side you are looking at, you will see that the water is low. And it has to move on. Now it comes here, and in the back you can see the water is high. So how is that done? Well, you can see there is a big door here. This ship comes in and lays here. The door under me will close. Then the water that you see coming in through the doors will be coming more and more, and then the water in here rises. And then the door will be opened up when the water has reached the same level as on the other side, and then the ship goes through. When a ship now comes from the other side, he drives into this one where the water is high. The door is also closed, and the door now under me is opened slowly so that the water goes away. Now the ship will sink and then move on. That is now Dutch ingenuity.